Play.
You heard him. Move it or lose it.
I need a category. The category? The British are coming in 30 minutes or we're free! And you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one. Here's the pitch. Imagine that after the revolution, Paul Revere opened a fast food delivery service. How would he have most likely told his staff to signal him if a British customer were approaching? Give me a number 4 score and 7 with fries. Order 1 if by turf, 2 if by serve. Yell when you see the whites of their eggs. Or, we have not yet begun to cook.
1 if by turf, 2 if by surf.
Paul Revere was signaled by lanterns hanging in a church tower. 1 lantern if the British came by land, and 2 if by sea. And 3 if they want their fixins on the side. Category, please. For your enjoyment, people who sing really loud in church. Get it right, I'm handing over 20K. A 1, a 2, a 3. What's the most appropriate name for a band made up of 4 hunky boys named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? The Gospels, the Messiahs, the Torahs, or the Commandments?
That would be the Gospels.
The Gospels, according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are the 4 main texts of the Christian New Testament. Hey, is it just me, or do communion wafers look like Stridex pads? Okay, pick a category. Your attention, please. Attention. You just picked
This or that.
This or that. The category for this or that is... I don't care if it's a cartoon. Cover it up. Okay, I'm going to read off the names of 7 cartoon characters, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the cartoon character is naked or wearing clothes. As each one comes up, if he's naked, press 1.
All right.
If he wears clothes, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip.
Surely I can do this.
5,000 for each right answer, and you lose 5,000 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, timer please. And we're off. Bugs Bunny, naked or clothed? Ren from Ren and Stimpy. Wacko. Papa Smurf. Beavis. Scooby. One more. Rocco. That's all she wrote.
All right.
Man, dish, dat, whatever. You had it down. Let's check out your score.
I had to concentrate on that a little bit.
All right, what's coming up next here? All righty, pick one. And this is trivia on the half shell. 20,000 bucks says you don't know this one. Think fast. If the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were sprayed by a radioactive ooze that mutated them into the people they were named after, what scene might you see? 4 ex-presidents eating a pizza, 4 World War II generals bombing a pizza, 4 Renaissance artists painting a pizza, or 4 philosophers pondering a pizza?
They were Renaissance artists.
Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo were all artists during the Italian Renaissance around the 15th century.
Hey, cowabunga dudes, there's Shredder over there. We make a painting of him and have a pizza with the big meatball.
I need a category. Now serving, I love you, I eat you. Looks like this one's going for 10,000 bucks. Okay, let's pretend that Barney gets sick of doing a crappy TV show for preschoolers and decides to do a crappy TV show for high schoolers. Considering the kind of dinosaur Barney actually is, which of these TV shows might he star in? Boy Meets Woolly Mammoth, Buffy the Velociraptor Slayer, Saved by the Brontosaurus, or the T-Rex Files?
I think it would be a T-Rex.
Everyone's favorite purple dinosaur is a Tyrannosaurus, also known as a T-Rex.
I had to think about that.
On the next T-Rex Files, Barney has an alien encounter.
I love you. Whoa! Okay, I need a category. Pucker up for, would he still have orange hair? 20,000 bucks for a correct answer. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. Imagine that NBA star Dennis the Worm Rodman were actually a flatworm. If Dennis the Flatworm were accidentally cut in half, what would most likely happen? His body would die, but his head would live. He would grow into 2 new worms. He would shrivel up and die, or he would turn into a butterfly.
I think he would grow into 2 new worms.
Both halves would grow into new Dennises. Which might actually work out well. He could finally marry himself. Okay, pick a category. And here we have, it's like a bad song on the radio. Oh, and it's worth 20,000 bucks if you get this one right. Let's boogie. If instead of singing Isn't It Ironic, Alanis Morissette sings Isn't It Ionic, what would she most likely be whining about? Her trouble understanding adjectives, her trouble with pronunciation, her trouble digesting food, or her trouble bonding with chemicals?
Her trouble bonding with chemicals.
Ionic bonding happens when one atom transfers electrons to another atom. You know, I used to date Alanis. Yeah, she gave me this teddy bear with crossed eyes. It freaks me out. Category, please.
Hey, move over, host boy. I gotta ask these kiddies a question. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Old man's morning memories. Hey!
Well, what do we have here?
I'm the dancer and he's the dancer.
How does $20,000 sound?
Now, you don't tell me I don't know about the kids' music these days, boy. I tell you, I got all the famous record albums and I like to play them. In fact, I'm going to see if you can figure out who my most favoritist is. You just type in their name there, kiddo, when you know it, okay?
Sure.
Okay, there were 2 of them in the group, you know. There were 2 guys, 2 fellies. They were from over the water, you know, over the big pond, and they did those big kind of fancy-dancy kind of songs. Their biggest hit was Girl, You Gotta Know That It's True.
Old man, they also did Baby Don't Forget My Number, right?
Yeah, whatever. Then everyone found out they didn't even sing their own songs. You know, they lost their Grammy. Oh, I love those guys. What was their name?
Talk to me. Type in.
Those 2 nice boys who lost their Grammys when they confessed they didn't even sing on their first album were known as Milli Vanilli.
You know, the 2 people in the group that actually sang
Those guys are your favorites, old man?
should have done
Yeah,
things.
I love the Milli Vanilli. I like them with nuts and whipped cream and those little cookie wafers and the Marascalino cherry.
You didn't take your pills today, did you?
Uh-oh, what time is it?
I need a category. Say hello to, he'll make a delicious cookie someday. $30,000 for this one. Hey, you know that little white naked guy, the Pillsbury Doughboy? Well,
Yeah.
if the Pillsbury Doughboy were one of the original Doughboys, what would you most likely see poking him in the stomach at the end of his commercials? A large drill, a bass guitar, a linebacker's helmet, or a German bayonet?
That'd be a German bayonet.
The term doughboy refers to American soldiers who fought in World War I. So the Pillsbury Doughboy would most likely take a German bayonet in the tummy.
Where is your cute little laugh now, doughboy?
Alrighty, pick one. This one's called Teaching Europeans About Real Football. 10,000 bucks riding on this one. You know, every time I turn around, it seems like another professional football team is changing cities. If the Vikings move from Minnesota to the country where the real Vikings originated, what will they most likely be called? The Denmark Vikings, the France Vikings, the Spain Vikings, or the England Vikings?
I'm gonna have to go with Denmark. I thought it was closer to
The Vikings were
Norway or
located in the
Finland.
area known as Scandinavia, which includes Iceland, Sweden, and Denmark. It would suck trying to get a hot dog at those games. Everything would be like creamed herring.
Get your herring dogs here, red hot herring dogs.
Okay, I need a category. Alrighty, the game's gonna continue after the following commercial.
No.
Packs come, Rat Hats.
They're cool. My friends all wear them.
What are they? I don't know, but I'm wearing one.
Rat Hats come in 3 sizes. Super for heavy days, regular for normal days, and extra light for light days.
Whatever that means.
Where do you put it? I don't know, like down there somewhere.
Oh,
Looks like
my
you've
word.
had Headrush before. Well, check out this clue, because it may come in handy. What a tool. And I hope you have the tools to ace this Headrush. Good
Hope so.
luck.
Thor had a hammer. Spider-Man had a web. Wonder Woman had that lasso, I think. Wolverine had those gigantic claws. Batman had that utility belt. Captain America had that shield. Earthworm Jim. Oh boy, maybe it was Toe Jam? I don't know. No worries.
Nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. Let's see your final score. That's the game.
Oh my god.
Hey, Green, you were like the best player we had this whole game. Really, I mean that. Thank you for playing Headrush, and hey, I'll see you next time.
I think I got one more game.